The story of Mahabharata can be started from a lot of places. We could start from Prajapati Daksha, we could start from Manu, we could start from Bharata, Kuru, and various other kings, and can go all the way up to the last well-known king, Parikshita. But typically, the story is started at King Shantanu. Now, Shantanu is the Kuruvamshi king ruling over Hastinapura. One day, as he's walking on the banks of Ganga, he sees a beautiful woman, someone with divine beauty, and he is enamored by her. He is in love at first sight, and as is expected of a king, he walks up to her and proposes marriage. This woman is the river goddess Ganga incarnate. She is in this world to fulfill a divine purpose. She accepts the proposal to marriage, but sets three conditions. She says, I will marry you, O king, if you agree to these three conditions. If you agree that you will not question me, you will not stop me from doing what I'm doing, and you will never criticize me. Now, this should have raised some red flags in the mind of Shantanu, but he is so taken in by her that he accepts all these conditions. They get married, Hastinapura celebrates. In months to come, Ganga is pregnant. In times, she delivers a child. Something unexpected happens though. As the child is born, swaddled in white clothes, Ganga carries the child to the river by her name, and with Shantanu watching from behind, drowns the child. Now, the king is bound by his promises, his vows that he has made. He does not question her. One wonders how life continues because, smiling, Ganga comes back to the palace and they start living together once again as if nothing happened. In time, she has another child, and another, and another. 7 successive children are given birth to and drowned in the river. And Shantanu watches, speechless, spellbound. When the 8th child is about to be also drowned in the river, Shantanu can take it no more. He yells from behind, "Stop! What are you doing? How cruel can you be?" And in one fell swoop, he has broken all his promises. He has stopped her, he has questioned her, and he has criticized her. Ganga turns towards Shantanu with a child in her hand still and says, "Since you have broken your promises, I can no longer live with you." And taking the child, she disappears. Shantanu is in deep depression now. Till now, he had the wife at least. But now, he's all alone. For years to come, he will roam on the banks of Ganga, full of despondency, hoping he'll find his treasure once again where he has lost it. And one day, many years later, he sees a young boy. The boy is shooting arrows at the river, and where the arrows have landed, it has created a dam-like structure and stopped the flow of the river itself. This does not look right. What boy would have a power to achieve this unless the river herself is permitting it? Out of maternal affection, maybe? And as he thinks about it, Ganga is on her banks once again. His hope and his thoughts had led him towards the truth. This is his long lost son. Ganga introduces the boy as their child Devavrata. She says, I have ferried him across the three worlds, taken him to the greatest teachers in humans, gods, Gandharvas. He has learned everything there is to learn. He is an expert in both Shastras and Shastras, the scriptures and usage of weapons. He is the perfect heir that you wanted for Kuru Vamsha. I hand him back to you. And then she disappears. It's like happiness is back in Hastinapura once again. Shantanu is so proud of the son who is perfect in all respects. Happiness has returned, but will it stay? Hastinapura is not used to happiness for a long time. What divine purpose was Ganga trying to fulfill? That's a long story as well. The divine beings known as Vasus once offended sage Vasishta. They stole a cow from him, and in anger, Vasishta cursed them to be born in the mortal world on the earth and suffer penance for their sin. The Vasus went and begged goddess Ganga to get them out of this difficult situation. The curse had to be fulfilled. They have to be born on earth, but they don't have to live there long enough. Ganga agrees to bear them as her children and immediately drown them in the river so that they are dead and back to their divine abodes. One Vasu, who was responsible for the mischief the most, has to pay the price for all of them, live the longest and suffer the longest. That boy is the boy Devavrata, who will go on to become Bhishma.